everyone, I thought it would be fun today to do this little tiny fish motif from Ivy in the Inky Butterfly. I'll just show you quickly that it is from this page. Ivy's on her boat with House Mouse, this page I coloured in, it wasn't a video, using very pretty Bambino crayons. I think it was one of the first ones I did from this book. And here are fish. They're at an angle in the book, and because I'm struggling to fit them under my camera, I've just turned them slightly, and they look straight when I colour them, but you'll see if you put your book straight they'll actually be swimming up at an angle, but hopefully that works for us. They don't look too strange. I'm going to use my Staedtler Ergosoft. I haven't used them for a long time. I just thought it would be fun to have a go at using them today on the fish design. Now I'm going to start with the swirly water, and I'm going to grab a couple of colours. So I've got three Ergosofts here. So I've got the very dark blue, the dark purple and the very light blue, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with those. I'll read the numbers out as we go. So this is number 33, the dark blue. Excuse me, and I'm going to use it for the ends of the water bits, whatever you would call them, waves I suppose. Now, I'm not going to do this bit in the middle. I'm going to start to fade that now a little bit, and then do this one, and doing more layers there and just fade it down to there, and the same on this end. So I'm not, as I say, I'm not doing too much. I'm not going to do a background. It's going to be quite simple. Just in the mood for doing something small and simple with you. So that's why I picked this particular one. You see, I'm just trying to fade that down a little bit. So I'm doing more layers in the end here, and less as we go down. There we go. I'm just having a quick look, but I think that's all I'm going to do with that one. So now I'm going to grab, sorry I keep hitting the tripod, the dark purple, which is the number 6. And I'm going to start where I just started to fade the blue, and start working some of that purple along, and do the same here and underneath here like this, and then a bit here as well. We can join it up with this one. Hopefully you can see. You probably clearly see. I probably put my hand in front of it all the time and you can't see, but when I go out of the lines just a tad, it's as clear as day. You can all see it. But hey, that's why I don't get het up. I'm actually going to grab another blue, a sort of in between one. Now this is from the 36 set of Staedtler. This is number 63. You don't get this in the 24 set. If you've got the 24 set, use the number 3. So I'm just going to go over the end of that purple and into the middle a bit. I just thought if I transition straight to the light blue with us going between the fish, I think it would look a little bit strange. So it wouldn't join up, you know what I mean? It would look detached. Whoa! So she goes right out the line. There we go. And the last one is the lightest one, which is number 30, and basically just fill in the rest of these, overlapping a little bit. Now these lines are quite thin. I'm struggling to see them very well. I have got an eye test coming up soon-ish, not until December. Might help me a little bit. I'm going to talk to them about it, the fact that I struggle to see, but it might just be that the book's small. Okay, I'm going to do the plants next, and then we'll deal with the fish at the very end. I shall pick some colours that you will all have, even if you've only got the 24 set. So I'll start with the number 5, which is the sort of bluey green. This one is slightly blunt, but I think it'll be okay. And what I'm going to do is do the area near the centre of the leaf and just fade it a little bit towards the tip. Like that. I'm not going to be too fussy about it. It's quite a small area, but don't forget the bit down here. I can hear movement outside again. It's not even like it's December when it starts getting exciting. And it's not like I've received loads of things in the post, parcels and presents and things. But I'm always on the listen for delivery vans. But actually my husband, he ordered something yesterday. Oh, he said it wouldn't be, that's right, he ordered a computer each for the children for Christmas. Now he was lucky enough to inherit some money and hasn't done anything with it. He's popped it in a savings account and thought about it, which I think is really good, and has decided I'm going to go in with number 50 to use some of it to buy the boys an expensive computer. So he's ordered that ready for Christmas, but I think it's one of these where you order it and pay for it and then they have to build it before they post it, so I don't think it's going to be arriving for quite some time. But they're very lucky boys. But he was like saying to me, should I do it? And I said, well, it's yours, it's your money, it's your choice. So they're very, very excited. He had to ask them about it. I was sort of like, can it be a surprise? And he's like, well, no, because I need to know exactly what they want. And they know what they want, because they've been talking about wanting one with no expectation. Because I said, oh, what do you want for Christmas? And they said, oh, what, this? And I was like, no, what properly do you want? So he'd sort of thought about it. So that's nice. But it was, as I say, he paid for it last night. So I guess it won't be arriving for quite some time. There are those. Now the fish, I think I'm going to do them all the same colour. I think each of them the same colour. Now I do like an orange fish. And in my picture on the other side, my fish are orange. So I think I'm going to tie it in and make them orange, even though my water's green and blue on that side and on this side it's purple. I think the purple and orange should look nice together. So I'm going to start with this dark colour. This is number 2. I'm not sure which oranges come with which set, so you're just going to have to sort of grab whichever one is your darkest one, really. And of course you might not be using the Ergosoft, it doesn't matter. Just use a nice dark orange. You can see this is almost red. And what I'm doing is I'm doing a darker layer near the edge and just fading it up the fish. As you can hear, I suspect that I'm putting down a hardish layer. Not mega hard, and then just fading it up as we go. Oh, I don't know, I'm going that way. Our little fish is this way. And then just fading it up. Well, I'm on my son's, I'm checking for messages. They both got had a free lesson in college this morning. I have gone over the line there. I want to erase that. Where I went over here because I don't want that colour. There we go. And I'm just going to touch that up just a tad. There we go. So I've been looking for messages. One of them is, they haven't got a lot of work. This is number 24, which is rather a relief for them. I mean, it's unlike them. I think because they've got a test in maths, their homework is revision, but they've done a bit already and they did a practice paper and did well, so they feel confident enough not to do, oh, we haven't done that bit. I've gone back to my darker colour just to do that bit. So they feel confident, having scored well there, not to have to do any more revision. So they haven't got much to do. But one of my sons has got a class, I think, now. But the other one was free all day, so I was getting him having a look at what he wants to do in the future, because he's 16. He's got you know, still almost 2 years at college because they haven't been there very long, but then he's got to think about whether he's going to go to university and do a degree or try and find a company that will take him on as an apprentice and pay for his degree, or whether he just wants to get a job. He's not really very sure, so I advised him this morning to email the careers advisor at the college, who might know a bit more for him. So we're moving on to number 4. So we're basically moving through our shades of orange and getting lighter and lighter. I really like this shade, and it might be my last one because it's so pretty, but obviously we've still got the fins and bits and bobs to do with a different shade, or even a yellow. If you've run out of shades or orange, you could do it in a yellow. I'm also expecting my phone to ring at any minute, so it's making me a bit on edge, but hopefully we'll be okay and get through this. I've got a lot of work on at the minute, but I've got a sore shoulder. I've got a frozen shoulder. I've had it for nearly a year, and typing seems to irritate it. My work is all typing. I did loads yesterday, more than normal, and because I was really keyed up Monday morning, let's go on, and then it was really sore, so I'm not sure what to do. I can't really give up work, especially not this time of year. It'd be lovely to just give it up because I'm hurt, but unfortunately I need to just look after myself a bit, maybe cut my hours, but I've already cut my hours a bit, so we'll see. Okay, that's the main part of the fish, but we've got number 42 left, and I'm going to use this for the fins. Now if you've run out, you could use 43 for the fins, or even what's that number 11. Okay, and I'm going to actually do the whole of this bit with this one like that on each fish. I'm going to go through each fish or else I'll forget what I'm up to. There we go, and this one. This pencil looks like it needs a good sharpen, but never mind. I sharpen these using my rotary sharpener, and it's very noisy, so I probably won't do it. And what I'm going to do is use this colour close to the body on the fin, and then fade it out a little bit, and here, there. So fade towards the tip of that fin and the tail. So here, and fade towards the tip. And don't worry if you're going over the lines onto the body of the fish, because it just disappear into that orange. There. And here, and it's quite rough, it's quite fun. I think this is such a sweet little design. Okay, I'm going to finish with number 11. Here he is, number 11, and do the ends of the fins. I'm just going to go all over the whole fin actually, and the whole tail with this colour, and hopefully you'll still be able to see that there's more than one colour on it. And for the bubbles, I mean, there are lots of different ways you can do bubbles. You can do them quite fancy. Because these are really small, I'm not going to try and do anything too fancy with them. I'm actually going to use a metallic blue pen. You could use a sparkly, oh, we haven't done that bit on the tail. Let's go back to number 42 to just draw that in. So you could use a sparkly glittery pen, a metallic pen, or even just a plain pen or a metallic pencil, you know, whatever you like really. So I'm just, as I say, I'm just going to use a metallic blue. I think it might work. Before that, I'm just going to do one last touch to the fish. The oranges aren't perfectly blended well together, and they're not as vibrant as I would like. So I'm going to go in with my number 1, and I'm just going to go over the whole fish with this to blend it and brighten it. We can even go over the fins and things if you think it needs it. I think it just add a bit of vibrancy to the fish. You can have a look and see if you agree. It doesn't take too long. It can sometimes be worth just doing a little additional touch, and it makes quite a difference. The last thing we need to do on the fish, though, is their eyes. We haven't done those. Now you might think, well, it's just a white bit, what do we need to do? What I do is I get my grey, so this is number 80, and I do a tiny touch either side, and you may not see very much difference, but I think it gives that slight glassy look that fish eyes have. You may not notice, you may not agree. Right, I'm now on the hunt for my metallic blue pen. I think this is it. Yeah, metallic ink blue Posca. Give it a shake. I haven't used it for a little while. And I'm just going to do a circle or a splot on top of each of these little bits. Now, it's not mega shiny. I find metallic gold and silver are much shinier than other colours. I think it's because they have to have some coloured ink and then some of the metallic in. They just don't seem quite as shiny. But let's move them around. You might be able to see them reflecting the light just a little bit. Oh, nice and blurred for you. But there we go. There's our little fish swimming along. So I really enjoyed that. I'm quite pleased with how they turned out. If you did want to do a few little extra details, you could get some brown and just fill it in under the fins to make it look a bit more shadowy. I'll have a go actually. I think I used the darkest brown. This is number 77. Just go under here a little bit on each one. Try not to put your finger in the metallic pen, which I didn't. I thought I did. I didn't. Managed not to. There we go. And just makes them stand out just the tiniest bit. But I'm going to leave that there, or else I could keep messing with it forever. And we've got a really pretty rainbow of pencils over the side. I can't show you, or I can zoom out and you can see. Oh, I don't know if I can zoom out far enough. There they are, look. No, there they are. Pretty rainbow of colours either side. But anyway, we're all done now, so thank you so much for watching and happy colouring.